Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2, and I'm back again with another movie review. Today, I went to the cinema, and I went to see The Dilemma, starring Kevin James, Vince Vaughn, uh, Channing Tatum, and I think it was Jennifer Aniston who was in it. I think it was Jennifer Aniston. I'm not sure. But Queen Latifah was also in it, but she had more of a bit part. And personally, I don't really know why they put her in there. I think she was supposed to act as comedy relief, but her part really didn't make that much sense. And I really love Queen Latifah, but I just thought that her role was superfluous in the whole thing, and she really wasn't needed. But she did make things a little bit more interesting in the whole scheme of things. But the story itself is about Rodney's inability to tell the truth. He is an extravagant liar. And he is a dichotomy in and of himself. He's very contradicted. And it's really helped me learn a lot about relationships in and of themselves. And when I do get married, and that day will come, I don't want to have a relationship with my husband like the relationship that Vince Vaughn's character Rodney had with Beth, because even though he gave a speech on honesty, he wasn't honest at all, and he would say something and then he would get himself into trouble, and basically it was an incident of open mouth insert foot way up to your knee. And I like both Vince Vaughn and Kevin James a lot. I never thought I would see a movie with them together. And I know this movie is marketed as a comedy, but it is not a comedy. This is a dramedy. And it's a little slow in times, and it doesn't have the rollicking belly laughter that you would expect. It's just more suspense and tension and wondering whether everything's going to be resolved at the end, which it is. I'm not going to say how, but personally I enjoyed the film. I thought it was good. It was passable. It wasn't the greatest movie I've ever seen, but it wasn't bad. It had some really good morals and values that were put in it, and just an example to everybody who is in a relationship or wants to be a part of a relationship, that honesty is important, and you must have communication in order for that relationship to work, even in friendships. And it is shown with Rodney and Nick's friendship from the very get-go, from the very beginning. I liked some parts in the movie better than others. Some just kind of dragged, and but I thought it was passable. If you're a Vince Vaughn fan or a Kevin James fan, then definitely go see it, because it's it's a different kind of role for both of them, though they still do a lot of the comedic things that you would expect them to. And to see a more serious side of both characters, I thought was really a good shift. And I also like movies like this that give you a good base to follow. And the ending made me cry like a baby. I just thought that it was very well done, and just demonstrated how, even despite how botched up things can become, you can come out of it even stronger than you were before as friends. And I just thought it was really a good movie, a lot of fun, maybe a little bit slothful in places. It just sort of slow and deliberate, but It's meant to be that way. It's not meant to be an action adventure movie. This is a dramedy. So I also liked Hans Zimmer, his music. Of course, I've always loved Hans Zimmer. Of course, if you've watched my reviews before, you know I'm a big fan of his as a modern composer. I think he's a genius, and his work here, it has a lot of tabla drum beats in it. Give it kind of a tribal feel, kind of a warrior, um, exotic vibe, I thought, and it was unusual. But considering where they were, Chicago, I think it just mixed in with the backdrop very well. And some of the other the bluesy kind of, woe is me kind of mood to the background also fit everything. And this might not get any marks for anything whatsoever, but all in all, it's a pretty good film, and I would give it at least 3 stars out of 4. And if you're a fan of either Vince or Kevin, then to see it. But Queen Latifah's role was, to me, it just didn't. It just. I was sort of thinking, is this some kind of alternate dimension, or why was she even there? I mean, I love her. She's a great comedic actress, but had she not been put in that role, I think that her words would have probably come across as sexual harassment. Even as a superior, it was kind of uncomfortable. But that I wouldn't have written in myself. I would have written her role maybe a little bit differently. But beyond that, that was one of the gaping flaws in this film. But beyond that, there really wasn't anything else that I could complain about. So I give the movie at least one thumb. I'm not 2 thumbs up because it's not a perfect film, but as far as movies go, it's pretty good. It's not that bad at all, and it's well worth seeing, and you can learn a lot from it.